Hello everyone, welcome back to DevOps and Cloud with Arya. Today we will talk about another topic for the Kubernetes that is really useful when we deploy application on the cluster. So last time we already talked about like the config map and try to deploy the index file using the config map to the pod. In this case is the nginx pod. But the thing is there is a issue whenever we are using that kind of approach to deploy the files. So whenever we do some modification inside of the pod, let's say for that file, but then the pod is terminated, whether like there is like auto scaling process, or even like we mistakenly delete the pod, then the file or the data that we change on inside of the pod will be lost. So that's actually the default behavior of the pod termination into Kubernetes. So everything it will be like deleted, everything inside of the pod, because like we will like rolling out a new pod, a fresh pod from the image that we state in the pod definition or in the deployment. So that's the case. Then the question is, let's say we want to make sure that the application still hold the same data before and after we do the update of the deployment of the pod. So how we can achieve that goal actually? And the answer is using the persistent volume and claim. So to put it simple, the persistent volume is actually a volume that we already prepared before, or a storage that we already prepared before to be used for the cluster, for the pod inside of the cluster. Okay, and then when a pod need to use that, then pod can create something called the persistent volume claim. So let's say when in the persistent volume you already prepare the storage to be like 5 gigabyte, and then you can use that in multiple pod, okay, or one pod. It's depend on your configuration using the claim. Let's say the first pod is using 1 gigabyte, and then the second is 2 gigabyte, and the rest is 1 gigabyte. That's fine. But then yeah, what you did on that volume, because in the pod itself you will mount that part, so later actually everything that mounted to that part will be still there. So that's the good thing actually. So in this case is the data will be still the same before and after you terminate the pod. So it is good whenever like you are storing, the case is like you are having the backend application and you are storing the files that uploaded by user. Let's say it is like profile picture or the document or anything, so it can be still safe. But if you don't set this up for the persistent volume, then whenever like your application terminated, then your data will be lost and you are in the disaster, I believe. So now let's try to create the persistent volume and also the claim. Now let's create the PVC. Yeah, I think PV is good enough, and let's try to define the PVC. Okay, again the API version is version 1, and the kind, see this one, this will be like persistent volume. Okay, and metadata, the name for sure, this is like PV volume, or you can put whatever you like. And let's put the labels. The type now is local, because like I don't use the network file system, or even like I'm not using the VMware storage or another cloud provider storage. So this now is local. Spec, storage class name, this one that I mentioned before. So if you are using the NFS, then it will be like NFS, or even like you are using another cloud provider, you can check what is the class name for the storage. And the capacity, see, this is where we put the limit for the storage. Let's say 1 gigabyte, no, 2 gigabyte is good. And then access modes, we have like, this is also the thing that we also can configure, is like what is the access mode for the storage, whether it is like read write once, read only, or read write many. It's depend on your case. We can talk about that later in another video, but you can now, to put it simple, you just put your read write once because you are working on your local laptop. In this case, it's only single node, so any pod in this node can do the read and write, so there is no like any limitation. Then the host path is where you prepare the storage. Okay, and now I will back to this letter, save this first, and let's create dir data. Okay, now we have this. Let's back to the persistent volume dash slash data. Okay, that's the path. And now, still in the same file, let's add some separation here to create the version, the volume claim. Okay, this kind persistent volume claim, and metadata same. Name is PV volume claim spec. StorageClass name is manual, and access mode now, like working with YAML, is working with indentation, and that's something that we need to really care about. Read write once. Okay, and resources, this is the one that we request, the storage, and I will put only 1 gigabyte. Okay, so from the 2 gigabyte of the storage that I prepare, okay, I only request 1 gigabyte. So now let's try to apply that. kubectl apply -spv.yml. So now we have this persistent volume and persistent volume claim. Let's check the status. PV. Okay, so it is like capacity 2 gigabyte, read only once, and retain and available. Storage class is manual. The age is 7 seconds. No, oh, see, it is pending because it is not like used by any pod. So now let's try to quite change the one that we have before the deployment. So last time we already have this, so let's change this one. Okay, see, we already have the Nginx last time. So what we can do now is actually we can change, see, the volume. So instead of using the config map, you can change the volume here. Okay, we can still use the same name, the HTML, and then instead of this one, we are using the persistent volume claim. Let me show you a little the difference of this. So I just put persistent volume claim, see, and the claim name is, what is the name? PV, I forget that. Volume claim, I believe. Oh, okay, this one, just to make sure that it is correct. So where is it? Oh yeah, this one. Now PV volume claim, and that should be good, I believe. Now let's delete the config map. This one. Okay, this is also, I don't think that we need that, the secret info. And now let's go back again to the mount pad. Okay, the mount pad should be same because we only need to put the mount pad for the Nginx, this one, and this one we can delete. Okay, now this one should be good. Okay, I think the rest also we can delete, I believe. Okay, now let's try to deploy that. kubectl apply -f deployment. Okay, kubectl get deployment. Wait, okay, sorry. I think we changed something there. The namespace, I believe. Yeah, the namespace is dev. Okay, no problem then. See, I think I will just delete this one because the PVC space dev. No namespace, no PVC in that namespace. So I will like change the dev to default namespace. Only this one, okay. And let's delete the deployment. Okay, now let's try to apply the deployment again. I think I need to use force. Yeah. Okay, it's configured. kubectl get deployment. See, the age is 7 seconds now. And kubectl get pods. kubectl get service. You can access it by calling the locals 8080, I believe. And then kubectl get pv and pvc. See, the status now is different. Previously, the status is like available, and now the status is bound, mean it is already used or in use by the pod. Okay, so let's first try to localhost access the pod 8080. This one is forbidden because previously you see in the screen, right? It is like having the what I call having the uh, the index like DevOps and Cloud with ARIA, but then something like this. See, this is like the what I call the index file is not present anymore because we are not using the config map, but instead we are using the persistent volume claim. So let's try cd data. This one, see, nano index.html, and welcome again to DevOps and Cloud with ARIA. Subscribe now. Anyway, I am opening membership. Just join. Okay, let's try. And this one, it's still not. Let's see. Okay, it is not there. So now let's try to check first. Exit. No, exit. I need to check the deployment again. Read the right ones. Okay, the mount path is correct, I believe. This one. After this, we can also. Oh, really? This one. Column clean. Okay. Okay, let's check inside of the pods. kubectl exec minus it. kubectl get pod. kubectl exec minus it. Now we can check cd user, share, nginx, html. See? Okay, now let's try to reload the deployment. Okay, kubectl get deployment again and get pods. See this one, and let's see, is it good now? It's, oh, it's still not found. Let's check. Okay, let's check again inside pod. kubectl get pods exec. We need to check the files will be like reflected there. If it is not, then there is something that we are miss. User share nginx html. Oh yeah, something thing we miss something. So let's try change this one. Okay, let's check first. Okay, let's back to the PV and the PV. This one, okay, PV. This one should be good. Host is the host path. Okay, let's check. Yeah, it's there, so it's good for this one. And storage is this. And then volume claim is the name, should be good. Storage read write runs is also good. That's strange. Okay, this one, this is the name. kubectl describe pvc. Need to check. Oh, okay, this is the thing. The manual is not found. Okay, I need to check whether in the Docker desktop it is already supported, or I need to install something first. Okay. Okay, let's try to create the storage class first. No local dot under pv. Okay, I think I missed this one. Sorry for that. .yaml. Okay, and this one. The name is local. Then kubectl apply -f local. Now it's created. Okay, and now, oh, not local, mine is manual. Okay, local to apply -f manual. Okay, now also let's check the storage class. Storage. Okay, so this is the thing that present. Okay. Okay, let's try again. Now kubectl get pvc. Describe again. Claim. Okay. Now let's kubectl apply -f pv and force. Okay. It's not fun. I think I need to delete them. pv volume. pvc. Let's delete this first. Oh, kubectl delete deployment nginx app. Okay, it's deleted, so now it will be good. Okay, this one. Okay, now it's good. Now kubectl apply again the pvc. Okay, now kubectl describe pvc pv column claim. Okay, now it's good. Now that's it. Kubectl apply -f deployment. Kubectl. Let's check again for the status of the PV. Status bound. Okay. Now let's check again for kubectl get pvc. Kubectl get deployment. Okay, kubectl get pods. Okay, now let's check. The path is, oh, I think we can also do this data right now. Let's check whether it's still not found. Let's see. This will be good. Test. See, this one good. Okay, but then let's see in the but this one is not reflected. Why? I mean, this is something that a.html. Okay, fine. See, nothing a.html. No. See, nothing here. So, okay. No deployment again. Now I'm wondering why. Because here we already like putting everything. Oh. Oh, not this one. No deployment. Okay. kubectl delete deployment nginx app and reapply the deployment and inside the PV instead. I think I forgot that. I used the one in the root directory. kubectl get deployment. It's good. Okay, let's check again. Describe. See, now we have this a.html, even the file is like already deleted. So, is it HTML? See, test. Now let's try to change the index echo. Welcome to DevOps and Cloud with Aria. Okay, to be like index.html. Now this one. Why? mv index to user share nginx html. I think I made some mistake. Oh no, that's good. See, now we already have that, so we can test, okay, by deleting the deployment, kubectl delete deployment nginx app. By default it should be like clear everything, right? Because it is not accessible anymore. And when we create again the deployment, we will get those two files. Okay, see, a index.html or a.html test. So now we already have actually the PVC that created, okay, and then I mean it is already configured to have like everything files is synchronized and persistent even after the deployment is created and deleted. So you don't need to worry whenever like you want to updating your application to, and you are worrying about the data is missing, because now even after the deployment deleted, the pod deleted, the data is still there. So what you need to do is only to put the persistent volume and volume claim in your deployment configuration. Okay, and that's all for this video. If you have any question, don't forget to put that in the comment section. See you in the next video.